Josh, Tennessee Gunroom here today, coming at you with this super manly Glock 42. That is just the manliest thing you have ever seen. It is empty. We will show you that. Nah, I'm just kidding. In all fairness, this is actually not mine. This is my fiance's pistol. But I figured I would talk to you about it. I have shot it. But I wanted to talk to you on a pocket carry subject today. Now, this gun, I do have small hands, but it does have enough real estate where, you can get a decent grip. Now, the pinky is going to be dangling, and I mean, that's pretty much with man or women's hands. Like I said, I do have small hands. But I mean, it's got enough real estate because you can get a grip on it because this is a 380 auto. Now, with that being said, don't let it fool you. I'm going to say, an inexperienced, especially female shooter or younger shooter or even a male that is inexperienced shooting, they can be a little snappy. They're not that snappy to people that are more experienced, but for people who don't know, they can be a little on the snappy side. And with that being said, if you limp wrist this gun, it will have a failure to eject. We've shot it several times. I never had a single failure to eject, failure to feed out of this gun in particular. I did have another one that was black. That was mine, but that one has been gone. But even with that one, I didn't have a failure to feed, failure to eject. However, my kids did shoot them. Like I said, my fiance shot them. This one's hers. And they have learned that if you limp wrist these guns, they will fail to eject. And I'm not, like I said, it doesn't feel like that snappy of a round to me, or a gun. Obviously, it's not that snappy of a round. It's a 380. But it doesn't feel like that snappy of a gun. But like I said, I've shot hundreds of thousands of rounds out of hundreds of thousands of guns. So for a more inexperienced shooter, I did find out that was a problem. Anyway, I'll dive into the specs of the gun a little bit today, and then I'll tell you my personal opinion on it. Like I said, this is a Glock 42 380 auto, as you can see right there. This one is in a super manly Tiffany blue color. The overall length of the gun, overall, is 5.49 inches. That does include the beaver tail and everything else. 5.49 inches. The slide length itself is 5.75 inches, and the barrel length is 3.25 inches. So, with that being said, I mean, it is a small gun. Yes, there are smaller subcompact pocket pistols, if you will, out there. But like I said, I do like this platform. For one, I am a Glock guy. We'll go ahead and throw that out there. Y'all can throw me under the bus for that. I do like my Glocks. But it is big enough, like I said, you can get some real estate on it. You can, get a good grip on it to shoot it versus maybe like a Taurus TCP. To me, that's just even with my small hands, that's a really small gun to get a grip on. Anyway, so we have the overall width of the gun from everything outside to outside is 0.94 inches, and the slide width itself is 0.83 inches. With the mag inserted into the gun, it comes in at 4.13 inches. And the loaded weight it does have a 6-round mag capacity. With the 6-round mag capacity, loaded weight comes right in at 15.87 ounces. So, I mean, it is a really light gun. However, like I said, there are multiple subcompact guns that come in way under all of these if you're just looking for, especially in a 380 or even in a 9mm, for just a really small, light, throw it in your pocket, forget about it gun. There are a lot that are smaller than this, lighter than this, but like I said, I like the fact of, like I said, it's got some meat to grip on. Outside of that, like I said, it does have a standard 6-round mag capacity. I'm not a massive fan of that. I really wish this had been a little bit better. But, I mean, it is what it is. You get 6 rounds of 380. I would have at least liked to have 8 or 9 rounds. But, I mean, at that rate, potato, 6 rounds is what you get. It does go in really good. Now, another thing is racking the slide back. Most people buy a little gun, especially the little Tiffany blue ones like this, for their wife, their mother, whatever. They can be a little stiff on the pullback. I actually don't know what weight the recoil spring is on this. I guess I probably should have looked that up. But, I mean, it does have a little weight to it to pull it back. It's not hard by any means, obviously. But it does have a little bit of weight to it when you're trying to get it racked back. So, I mean, if you're buying it for maybe an elderly person or just somebody that has weak hands, just keep that in mind that it is a little stiff pulling it back. With that being said, all the functions work great. Now, I have seen people online say they've had an issue with the slide not racking back on the last round fired. My personal experience on that, I've never had an issue. It has locked open. This one and the other one I've had has locked open on every mag, every empty mag that I've shot through the gun. This one, we've probably shot, I don't know, 500 rounds through it. Maybe that might be a stretch. It might be more like 300 to 500. It has been shot quite a bit. The one that I had prior to this, we put several hundred rounds through it. And I never had an issue with the slide not staying locked back. Only thing I could see maybe is where it is such a small gun and, you know, everybody is trying to get that high grip. Maybe they're thumb gripping the slide stop. Because, I mean, if you thumb grip the slide stop, it's not going to stay back. Let's try it with the empty mag in there and see. So, I mean, maybe that's what it is. Like I said, I've never had an issue out of that. But I do know that that is something that people have talked about. Other than that, I mean, it's a Glock. Glock's a Glock. It's got the Glock stippling on it. It has the Glock sights on it that, I mean, they kind of suck. The trigger kind of sucks. I mean, that's just kind of what you get with a Glock. Unlike my 19s, for instance, my 17s, I always change out my sights and my trigger. If I don't do anything else, I do change those things. However, these are more of a get-off-me gun, just an up-close and personal get-off-me style of gun. So, I mean, it's more of a point and pull. I'm not trying to shoot nobody 40, 50 yards away with this gun. However, I have shot out to 40 yards with this gun on a 12x12 target and was able to contact almost every single time. But I'm not going to say it was easy. I definitely wouldn't try to do it in public by any means. Like I said, this is, you know, a 5-10 yard get off me gun, especially for someone who's looking to, you know, carry in their waistband, or a woman, you know, carry in, you know, in her leggings or in her purse. You know, this is something really close. So with that being said, I don't mind the sights on this, and I don't mind the fact that it does have a heavier trigger pull. I want to say Glock says this has somewhere around a 5.5 pound trigger pull. I don't know that I agree with that by any means. I mean, it feels way heavier. It feels way heavier than 5.5 pounds. I don't have a meter to read it. If I had to guess, I mean, the reset on it's not bad. Very tactile. You can hear it. But, I mean, it feels closer to a 7 pound trigger pull, if I'm being completely honest. It is a heavy trigger pull. But, I mean, like I said, this isn't a gun you're really going to be out just trying to, you know, split crosshairs at 100 yards by any means. Like I said, this is a up close and personal gun, and it will get the job done. And it, you know, oh, well, that's not great. It will go bang every time. With my experience, I mean, obviously all guns can fail, but I have not had a single issue out of this one or the other one I had. Now, that being said, price point on these, I mean, obviously you can get them cheaper at local stores, especially using used. I know Bass Pro, Cabela's, Academy, stuff like that, they're still coming in right around the $500 mark. You're looking at about $469.99 as of right now. And then online, I'm not going to say what websites to go to online, but I do know some online websites have them brand new in the box, $399, $399.99. Like I said, you could probably find them, you know, way cheaper, pawn shops, local gun stores, you know, a friend. But that's just how the prices are right now. Now, that being said, I will give you some size comparisons here to a couple of other pistols that I have laying around that people may be more familiar with. This is my, let me move this one out of the way. This is my Glock 43X. This is what I carry now. It does have the TLR6 and the J-point optic on it. But we will try to line things up here so you can kind of see. I mean, overall, it's not that big of a difference lengthwise by any means, or widthwise either, if we're being honest. We do it like this. Not that big of a difference. Now, where you do come into a difference is on your height. And this is with the mag in this. I don't have the mag in the 43X, but I do have a Shield Arms mag well on it. So that really would be about the same. But it is quite a bit shorter. And the difference being my 43X being a 9mm. And like I said, I am running the Shield Arms magazine. So I do have 15 rounds in the Shield Arms magazines. With that being said, I will go ahead and full throw it out there. I'm not a fan of the Shield Arms mags. But I do run them sometimes. Not going to say all the times. I do run them sometimes. I do like having the high mag capacity. But you really have to make sure your Shield Arms mags are up to par when you're going to run them, because they will fail to feed. With that being said, we've got that gun. Now let me check this one. Okay, this gun is also clear. This is a Glock 19. I love this gun. This gun does have a ghost trigger put in it, aftermarket sights, a few other things, a couple different springs that have been changed out. It is running about a 11-pound recoil spring. With all that being said, I'm just here for size comparisons on the Glock 19. That is end to end, so you're looking 1.5 inches on length, along with height as well. We'll take the magazines out on these, and it is quite a bit of difference there. Now you are talking a 9mm Glock 19 versus the Glock 42, but like I said, this is just for your size comparisons for guns that people are, maybe a little more familiar with. But I mean, that is what you're looking at. Let's see if I can maybe show you like this in my hand here with the little 42 versus 19 versus 43X. So it is a really small pocket gun. It is a really good gun. Like I said, it is 380 auto. 6-round magazine capacity. And like I said, this one has the plus side of being, that super manly Tiffany blue. So, but that's all I got for you today, guys. If you liked the video, if this helped you out in any way, hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. And until next time, guys, this is Josh with Tennessee Gun Room.